DepressedShota.
Oh, no wonder the gain was fucking down. What the fuck?
Right.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, my gain gets fucked up randomly sometimes.
No, my gain goes like super down. One sec.
Is it like a digital one where it no matter how you do it, it does it automatically set itself?
No, it's just sometimes I put it down to record other things.
Okay.
You can get closer, bro.
I will. I'll just...
No, there you go.
I will.
Okay. You can do that. I gotta check if this still works.
No. What I was saying was that I know sometimes if
Oh, you can just hold it. Okay, that's cool. That works. Okay.
That's fucking right.
Okay.
I don't know if do they hear it? Oh yeah, they hear it.
Yeah, they can probably hear it.
Okay.
Who wants some coffee? I don't have the song there yet as a sound effect. I was gonna do that, yeah.
Okay.
Or the Hell Shake Yano.
Okay, yeah. I'm a little confused while you're doing it.
What?
I was a little confused.
You're a little confused?
A little bit.
A little confused.
Yeah.
Whatever, Sean.
All right. What episode is this? Of the
23?
Of the AHEGANG podcast, Culture Cast. Right?
What are we at? 2:15, damn.
Oh shit, we went up a little bit.
Yeah, 23. 10 books for feet pics ain't too bad. I don't remember the titles I give a lot of these. It's kind of like in the moment.
Yeah, which is fine.
Yeah, okay, buddy. Okay. Sorry, I had to put down another peak thing because I thought of something. Oh my god.
Yeah, peaking? That's racist, bro. So, it's the new year.
It is. And Tory Lanez is guilty. So all you Tory Lanez stands who were like, nah.
Hold on. So, fill me in because I'm missing some details here. So it's Tory Lanez and what was the girl's name?
Megan Thee Stallion.
Megan Thee Stallion. Okay.
She's not pressing charges. The state is.
What? So did someone get shot or something?
She got shot. So the first thing was there was a video that someone from some apartment recorded, and people were like, it came out that it was Megan Thee Stallion, and they didn't know who. Was the person
got shot?
And yeah, then I guess she had to respond, so she responded with, I got shot in the foot.
And then Tory Lanez was saying no.
And then it came out that, but she wasn't like ratting or anything. So people were like, well, what was it like? And then they all connected the dots that it was Tory Lanez. So there was this whole narrative because people were like, at first, oh shit, that's crazy. And then she talks about some things because she had to respond to it.
Yeah.
They talk about how she's like, yeah, I got shot in my foot, had to go to the doctor and everything. And she didn't want to like, they don't rat. So. Yeah. Anyways, people were like, you're lying. Because how can you hurt your foot and then all of a sudden you're performing and stuff? I'm like, well, maybe she just made it work. I don't fucking know. I don't know the whole time. I was like, unless she like... So the state was pressing charges against him, I guess.
Against Tory?
Yeah, because he also has priors and he's like on probation still for something.
Yeah.
And then he beat up another rapper and that got exacerbated on some more charges. Because he wasn't supposed to get into violent skirmishes, I guess, under probation. I don't know.
Yeah.
People had him on stage, like the baby had him on stage to like be like, no, I believe him, don't believe these bitches or whatever. Jeez. That's not what the baby was saying, but it was kind of like a message of like, oh.
Well, I support.
Yeah, and then recently it got up when Drake on a new song was talking about, I guess he made like a line about she's lying or something, and they said it was to Megan Thee Stallion because he like alluded to it or whatever. Yeah. I don't know what Drake was doing. I don't know if he really was doing that, but all these people were like, don't believe the narrative. This is how men are being attacked. These bitches are lying. I'm like, cool, she's not pressing charges. It's the state. So if she was really trying to gain something out of this, she would have been talking about it. But a lot of it was, I just want to move past this.
Yeah.
And I just want to keep moving. You live, you learn.
Yeah.
So the court comes up, and the first day of court was like, yeah, Tory Lanez really stuck it to her because this one dumbass TMZ lawyer who got his, I guess he passed the bar exam online and got, I guess he's technically a lawyer.
Yeah.
He was like in the courtroom like, oh, it was really great for Tory. They brought up all these things, and the lawyers were talking about how it turns out Megan Thee Stallion got jealous. Well, I guess what started was they were at like a party with Kylie Jenner.
Okay.
And I guess Tory Lanez was flirting with Kylie Jenner. And I guess Megan Thee Stallion, who had a thing with him, was kind of jealous. And then she left and whatever. And then I guess Tory Lanez was also fucking her assistant. So, and, you know, I guess Megan did that to get back at her assistant who used to be her best friend or something, whatever. Mm-hmm. And then they had an argument in his car because they left because Kylie Jenner was like basically like, oh, we're leaving or you guys should leave because it got violent.
Yeah. And
then they started arguing. And I guess she got in an argument with them in the car, and Tory Lanez said, I guess the quote he said was, dance bitch, and like shot at her feet, and one of them hit her foot. And people were like, there's no evidence of this. Why is there no evidence of this? And I was like, I don't know, maybe it'll come in a court case. And I have a friend whose buddy is like, you know, he's like in the same, I guess he's in the circle with this guy. He's like, no, this is, bro, it's open shut case. He didn't do it. Literally no other explanation, no other updates for like the next 4 days. And I'm like, that's bad.
Yeah.
That means that, like, and then okay, so then they also brought up to the stand Megan Thee Stallion's assistant who was there.
Yeah.
And she also brought up stuff that she had bruises from Tory Lanez or something. And people were like, there's no evidence for that either. She's trying to get attention too. And she pled the fifth the whole time to not incriminate herself, which is her right.
Yeah.
And then these fucking dumbasses were like, why didn't Gunna plead the fifth? I'm like, he couldn't. It was he got a plea deal. That's a whole nother thing. Anyways, and people were being dumb, but she pled the fifth, but it's fine because they have her recorded saying that Tory did it. So they didn't really need that. They just wanted to have it for a record. And they're like, okay, fine, you plead the fifth, whatever. We got this thing, whatever. Yeah. And people thought that was a good thing for Tory. I'm like, no, that's bad. Because either the two things you have are she said one time that you did it, then the second time is I'm not going to talk about it.
Yeah.
She never once, it doesn't show your innocence. It might just be that. Plus, Tory Lanez, there was like accusations of witness tampering from his like camp, his goons or whatever.
Yeah.
Anyways, it got to the end, and then the next day you just see Tory Lanez guilty on all charges, and the jury just deliberated, and they all came unanimously to it. And you're like, and you know, Tory Lanez's dad trying to get some clout. This is not over. This is it. Like he got all mad. His little sister too. I'm like, bro, you guys are more annoying than Mahomes' family, bro. Like, get the fuck out of here. And then I'm like, well, let's see what happened because there must have been some great evidence, whatever. And that dude is like, no, bro, this is an attack on my. The evidence comes out now. It's been leaked. They have the X-ray that shows clearly the bullet fragments in her foot. So she really did get shot. People were like, we need an X-ray. And she didn't want to release that because she's like, I want to move past this. She got shot. They have pictures of her assistant with bruises from Tory Lanez. They have like audio recordings of him apologizing for beating her up. So there's already like a precedent that this guy is like lying, I guess. And I don't really, no one's truly going to know. But I'm pretty sure he shot her in the foot.
It's like a lot of the cards are like stacked against him already.
Yeah, and then they already bring up the evidence, and I was like, damn, I didn't think they had all this. Like, shit. It was like the Amber Heard case, where at first you heard he said, she said, and the first case went by the divorce case, and then this one was like the defamation suit one, and you're just like, holy shit, like, what, you know, he must not have that much evidence. And it's like Johnny Depp comes up with like audio recordings and all this shit of her legit saying, okay, look, I punched you, fine, whatever, but it's not like I stabbed you like you did. Oh, yeah. Well, look, it was like all this shit.
Yeah.
And he's guilty, I guess. And I don't know what he's going to be sentenced to. I guess his family is going to try and fight it. But, I mean, first people were lying, saying that she didn't get shot. Then there's evidence she got shot. Then they're all like, well, her assistant shot her, not him. Because both set of fingerprints were on the gun. And I guess he wasn't, I don't know if he was even supposed to have that gun, apparently.
Yeah, if he's on
probation or something. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that I don't really know.
Yeah.
But there's just a bunch of dumbass YouTubers who were like, oh, look, y'all, we all know Megan Thee Stallion's a liar. And then now that it came out, they're like, oh, well, I always knew that there was two sides to this story. I'm like, whatever, you fucking hacks. Like,
so committed to one side or the other.
Yeah, and it's like now all these rappers who supported him look kind of like assholes, and it's funny how Megan Thee Stallion's like, yeah, no, it's like no one believes me because I'm a woman, and every excuse I ever heard from a lot of like, it is anecdotal, a lot of excuses from the people who I've talked to about it that disagreed that she was innocent was that, well, plus, bro, these women fucking lie, bro, because let's be real, no woman rapper is ever gonna be as big as a guy, so this is the best way to get clout. I'm like, how does she need clout? She's like one of the biggest, like sellers
I've heard more
in the female rap
Megan Thee
game.
Stallion songs than I have of Tory Lanez, to be honest.
Yeah, I was gonna say Tory Lanez had like that one good EP, the Lost Cause EP, and then that was it. Like the rest, he's all right as a feature too. I can't tell you the last song I heard from a strictly Tory Lanez song. I think he's talented. He's fine and all, but I wouldn't say he's like a superstar. Yeah, at least whatever. I didn't even know he was still rapping. I was like, is this why he hasn't been rapping? My friend like, no, he released his stuff. I'm like, I wouldn't know. I really wouldn't know. I just remember with him, the big thing was the hair plugs. That he was quote unquote making hair plugs cool. Because he just randomly put a tweet where they were like, you know, like when Kanye went up to the stage and was like, yeah, okay, you had the best video, but Beyonce had the best video out there. It was kind of like, yo, guys, yeah, that's cool, but can we give props to the return of my hairline? And I was like, okay. And it's funny how he said, oh yeah, I get all these comments about my hairline. It doesn't bother me. You won't see me put it like on a song or something. Literally, he has a song where he says, first thing, they making fun of my hairline. Now I got here, my hairline all good. I'm like, okay, you said hairline like 3 times in this feature rap with A$AP Ferg. Yeah. I'm pretty sure you have a problem with that. And then you got there like just own it. Who gives a shit?
That's
like
probably why you beat up assistants and shit. Don't talk about my hairline.
Well, I was like, nah. Dude, and another thing, his dad has a big ass head like him too. I was like, damn, does that like run in the family?
Probably.
Have you seen it?
No.
Bro, just 1 sec. Let me just bring up.
Well, I know very little about the.
I could give 2 shits about Tory Lanez, but whatever. Like, okay, first of all, that's his head. Mm-hmm. He's like a big ass head. He covers it up with a hat a lot, but there's like that specific skull shape, and then his dad is just like.
Oh, it's his dad.
Yeah, his dad looks kind of like it. No, but they're literally has the same head shape. Yeah. It looks like it's like, did Tory Lanez escape and just put on a Grammy? But I don't know why some of these people are always like, their families become like, it's like Blueface. Have you seen where like his mom comes out and stuff, and she acts like a celebrity and shit, and you're like,
well, it's like it's also like, I also feel like it's like the famous person, like if you're gonna be with me, you're gonna look good. You know what I mean, you're gonna act a certain way.
Yeah. I mean? For me, I just get kind of weird where it's like I don't think I'm ever gonna get famous, but if I ever got famous, I would hate it if it's like,
I'm not gonna have my family around like that.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not gonna be like, oh, now my family, like, it's like, you know, me and you were just chill vibes.
Yeah, we're just chilling.
Because what I'm saying is, some of these people are like just regular celebrities. Then their moms and dads or their sisters come out with live streams, and they come out and they all dress nice, and they're like, you see, I was thinking like, we live in a reality, and like they try to be all conscious, and I'm like,
shut up.
You're the brother, you're the second cousin twice removed of the brother of this celebrity. You're not.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, hey guys, what's up? It's me. Hey, I just want to come here to get some clout. So what's up? What's up?
Yeah, I'm like, shut up.
And then Aaron Carter's dead. I'm gonna be real. Not surprised.
He
was kind of
going down a bad road.
And then there was like all these videos where his girl, like his sister, he was on the phone with the sister on the live, and she's like, "You gotta get out of there. That bitch is crazy. That bitch is crazy." And now there's this conspiracy that his girlfriend killed him. I'm like, let me see. Like, did you see Adam 22 with them?
I don't really watch Adam 22.
Yeah, I could give 2 shits about Adam. He's kind of gone up.
I just know there's a bit where Aaron Carter was supposed to fight like Tom Cruise or something. I'm like, yo, Tom Cruise would wreck your shit, bro.
His girlfriend is like super fake looking too.
Yeah. Have you seen like him like for like the Tom Cruise thing? He was like training. It was so bad.
Oh yeah, naked. No, he was supposed to fight. No. Okay, there's another one. He was also training to fight like Lamar Odom or something.
Yeah.
And then like he was training, and they have a video, and it's Twitter, so it doesn't warn you. So I was like, okay, how is he train? Oh, he just has dick hanging and everything. He's just punching, and I'm like,
he was. I don't know if he did OnlyFans like it said there, or if he was doing like cam like shit too.
Nah, bro, she looks
like,
so favorite. He might have had implants, bro. No offense. I mean, maybe he has the time, but
he seems skinny enough. I don't know.
yeah, I was gonna say like maybe, but okay. So then he also goes. He went on the Adam 22 podcast because Adam 22 was just talking shit about him, and Adam does that thing where he'll talk shit about people.
He's like, oh.
And when and then when people come up like, oh, well, hey, bro, it's just good radio, and they're like, okay. And then when he came up, Aaron Carter, his little skinny ass came up and like pulled up on him, started like yelling and shit. Adam's like, oh, did I talk shit to you? Oh, okay. I'm like, you did this for attention or whatever. Yeah. But then it's like the rest of the podcast was fucking boring. He's just like yelling about how these child stars, growing up as a child star. I'm like, okay, well, Aaron, you had like one good song. You had like he made I Want Candy, right? Like
I couldn't tell you.
It was all over his kid
I've heard it. I just don't.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I don't think he had anything else. But whatever. Then he got face tattoos and shit. He tried to do rap. I'm like, okay, bro. Like, you can't do the same thing that Justin Bieber did and then be like, I was the OG. I don't know. He had a lot of problems. He has had a lot of drug problems too.
Yeah, I know he had a lot of drug problems.
And whatever. I mean, if the stuff he says is true, I mean, I guess it's like no wonder he has those problems because he just had a bunch of shit going on as a child star. But I don't know, bro.
Look, he handled it his own way, but like it's like that, like he died. Sure, doesn't really affect me.
I just was like, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I'm definitely not surprised.
Fucked up, JC. I'm like, I mean,
are you surprised?
I am not surprised.
No, I mean like that's what I would say.
No, well, they all were like, well, hey, guys, he made I Want Candy. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
he made I Want Candy. Like, okay, bro, you said that like 4 times, really loudly.
You even still listen to that song? No. Why
I remember I heard it.
Stop supporting?
You heard on those stupid Kids Bop.
Yeah.
Are you a pedophile and want popular songs sung by little kids in your ears? Get this. Kids Bop 385. Yeah. We made it out there and they were so stupid. It was like first of all, they're clean versions of these songs, and I know they can't do Kids Bop now.
Here's our WAP cover, Wet Ass Pancakes.
Yeah, I was gonna say if they try to do Kids Bop now, like Kids Bop,
wet ass
I don't
pancakes.
cook, I don't clean with this wet ass P word
pancakes.
Or like Kendrick Lamar, like you just hear like if they ever did songs with him, like it just wouldn't work because a lot of popular songs now are like.
They're a little bit raunchy sometimes.
Yeah. Which I don't know. I don't mind.
Which doesn't bother me anyway.
Yeah, people were all mad that WAP is on here. And so I'm like, okay, but it's also a parental advisory song. So I don't know why. I mean, fine. I understand you can't stop it. But like maybe the parents should do like maybe don't let your kids listen to that shit. I don't fucking know. Why are you mad?
I have to do my job.
Oh, you have to do fucking parenting?
I have to do my job.
Fuck. No. It's... That would not work today. Except, unless the pedophile money still be coming in for them. That's the only. That's probably the only people. I don't see like, or you're like some milk toast, vanilla Christian soccer mom. Like, hey kids, hey guys, look. Imagine those songs, but even better. You mean they're not sung by black people? That's what I'm saying, Sarah. Here you go. And they just put it in. It's a bunch of white kids singing these songs. And you're like, no one cares.
Jesus. It
was like so dumb. You see the commercials, you're like, where are these music videos? I've never seen these on MTV. Infomercials were wild back then. I mean, I kind of missed them. I see like paid programming, but
I wouldn't say I missed them.
No, I mean I miss like the nostalgia of it, like just waking up.
Like
and
if you see one now that you used to watch, sure, nostalgic, but
Zoo
I wouldn't
Books.
say I missed them. Zoo Books was kind of lit.
I was gonna say Zoo Books, and you're like
trains. One was kind of
the trains. It's just videos that like how autistic do you have to be to enjoy that?
Trains.
Oh my god, that's a Z800 caboose. I never thought I'd see one in my life. I don't think they roll past here.
Mom, wake up. I want the animal plate.
Oh, animal plates?
Yeah, whatever. You know what they're called.
Or what
zoo
was that?
Plates or something like that.
Yeah, what was the what was that sand that like when you put it underwater it becomes like clay, but then when you bring it out it's dry? I don't know what it was.
I see the thing in my head.
I swear, how many kids died eating that shit or got like brain damage? Or some random celebrity, like the top hits of Shannon Miley It's just all like gospel tunes.
The
like
fucking like,
or some dude with fake teeth playing the piano.
Here's our like 1,000-track romance songs, whatever. Love songs.
3 payments of $368.68.
Yeah, I'm like, Jesus
you too can get the 10,000 song collection.
Here's like a 30-page like still of like the song tracks. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
And they just keep going.
Yeah.
And you're like, damn, he's singing Wet Ass Pussy? What the fuck?
Yeah.
And then he's like, and if you act now and pay shipping and handling, I'm like, well, wouldn't you pay that anyways? You'll also get this free ASMR of them breathing.
Yeah.
And it's always like, I can see clearly now. It's like, is that the same?
Butterfly kisses.
Oh my god.
Bedtime praise. Okay.
Like, calm down.
Yeah, man. Oh boy.
Every country daughter song ever.
That song.
Remember, what was it? You have to talk about how you love your daughter and you're going to treat her right and hope she finds a good man who's also a good God-fearing Christian man who isn't some city boy who drives a truck and lives out in the country off the land and God and country. You have to keep talking about how I pray to God. Yeah, didn't they say that? Like, where he's like talking about like he had to give up his dreams or something to be this little girl. You're like, I wanted to go to college. There goes the scholarship. Yeah, now I'm a plumber. It's like, okay.
Jesus.
I thought this was about your daughter, bro. Why are you making a sob story?
Stop ranting, bro.
Nah, I just don't get it.
Yeah, it's really
country, but country ain't better now, really.
See, I don't like country, mostly because it's like one of those things like my dad, like he listens to like strictly country now.
Oh, okay.
And he used to be like a old like heavy rock type person.
Yeah.
So like, and I get like from one to the other.
Yeah, because a lot of old heavy rock had like those country.
Yeah,
riffs.
so I get it.
And those vibes.
Yeah, so I get it. But now I'm like, oh my god, like it's like always playing in his truck and like.
And then some of them tried to like get rapping now.
I'm like.
And then like some of the black country
there's
stars.
Some good country songs like, but like it's like to me they're like the story driven ones. You know what I mean? Like those are cool, but there's some that are like they're like ridiculous. Like I love my tractor.
There's literally a lot of them are just like the same voice.
Exactly.
The same thing and the same girls in music videos. And then they got 2 types of black country stars. They got the ones that also have that same voice, but they're black, so people are like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah. Like, black kids are like, yeah, okay, cool. I have someone who looks like me who's singing it. Yeah. But then they got the ones who just straight up rap in country. Then you got those other dudes who also rap in country, who aren't black. You're like, this works sometimes. This works sometimes. But there's some times where it's like, don't touch my truck, dude. And he does like the auto tune, like, like, you know.
I hate the brand. I hate that sound so much. But like, the fucking like, hey, honey, we're gonna name our daughter Tractor. I'm gonna like, whoa, I'm gonna fuck that tractor.
What?
Honey, what do you say?
Oh my god.
I think the tractor's sexy. Like, whoa. To me, it's like this isn't every other genre, so I'm not like, this is kind of like a weird thing. But like, I mean, like they talk a lot about the same things. You know what I mean? Which is just not my thing.
These got the same vernacular in each one. There's always that one line that you're like, I've heard. It's kind of like rap, where like
rap,
when they talk about being from the streets, they never had a pot to piss in.
Yeah, or even
is that like a term used in the hood?
Or like even like heavier music, for example. Like they still kind of talk about similar things in a sense. Yeah. So it's kind of like, but sometimes you relate more with that. You know what I mean? Versus I don't relate with country music that much. You know what I mean? Yeah.
There was some like that just have good vibes.
Yeah.
Like Zach Brown Band had a lot of songs.
Yeah,
that were just straight up.
There's some good like country.
And if you want to feel really patriotic, I don't mind the occasional. Okay, that's a good song. Like,
yeah.
But then there was one that got blown out of proportions. What was it? It was like South Park made fun of that one. Like, where were you when the towers went down?
Oh,
like, okay. I forgot who it was, but it's like they even brought that up. I'm like, that is kind of fucked up.
American girl.
Yeah.
American.
Some of the ones are like kind of cute, where it's like it's talking about like how they're traveling on the road away from their family.
Yeah.
Like Put Your Hand in Mine, where it's like a cute little thing that people started to do, where they would like his son, or he like wrote like he traced his hand on the letter and said, if you ever feel lonely, just pretend,
Yeah, so, like I said, there's something
like that, like
story,
that's
the
fine.
story ones,
or like the Johnny Cash type.
Yeah, I like Johnny Cash.
Outlaw. I love those like outlaw, like really simple.
Yeah, that's a good
You don't need big orchestra ones. Just real simple guitar, maybe a good drum beat, or even not just like a boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, but was that so like gonna be a little genre?
They just call it like outlaw.
Yeah, it'd be a genre, a hound, I guess. But like, is it like country at that point, or is it more like a
I would probably
rock
say it's
type thing?
I would probably call it country because
I
don't know. We could look it up. I'm just
I
don't know what people consider it.
I'm just saying like, it's like I don't care, but like Johnny Cash is
a lot of it. What there's like subgenres. They called that like outlaw music. Yeah, he was a country.
Yeah, okay.
But they called it like outlaw music, like Willie Nelson too.
Yeah,
and it kind of and then some of it dives into bluegrass, which is kind of like it's country honestly, from a different. And I love bluegrass because dude,
but I don't really care.
I love banjo music. Sometimes you just go and you're like, damn, they're just going off.
Yeah,
and. Yeah, Willie Nelson, like outlaw, talking about smoking weed and like doing drugs and shit, like just not, like, he's like, I don't know what's right or wrong, but I know this. Let me smoke that pound, boy. That's the whole like song. Yeah. I saw him live one time and it was fucking funny. He always had like a smile on his face the whole time. Then they had like the Highwaymen. They were all about like cowboy stuff, like
yeah. But say, so you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, and like Johnny Cash, well, a lot of this stuff also, it's saying about him and like his stories, but he also sang a lot about like prisoners and like, or like outlaws in the West, like that type of music, which I feel is like the real country.
Like pop country is probably what I don't like.
Yeah, there's a lot of pop, and people were like, Taylor Swift wasn't really popular. I'm like, she was basically pop.
Yeah,
she was basically pop when she was country too. Country was like a stepping stone term for her.
Mm-hmm.
Her fucking tickets sold out quick, bro. There was all over Twitter.
Some of the scalpers, like prices and stuff.
Dude, there was people in fucking Twitter, like, going off about the glitches on the site.
Yeah.
Going off about the fucking prices. The Taylor Swift Club.
Prices
you had to be part of, like, the Taylor Swift Club to even get... And they were still, like, $1,000.
I still think they got scalped. And, like, the bots were, like... you buy them and instantly spike up the price. Like,
on NPR, they were talking about that.
Yeah.
Because Bruce Springsteen tickets had this new thing where all of a sudden tickets were like $2,000 to see Bruce Springsteen. And I'm like, okay, he's not that great. Calm down. He was like, no, he was a king. I'm like, yeah, he was. Okay, calm down. But anyways, then they had the people. Because recently, I think Live Nation acquired Ticketmaster. And they were trying to defend the prices, saying, well, it's dynamic pricing. So as we saw a demand, the prices went up because more people wanted to see it. And I'm like, that's kind of fucked up. And then the woman from NPR like did her research and totally brought it up. Like, well, isn't this kind of fucked up? Like, basically, she said in a nice way. She's like, well, don't you think that that's disingenuous for fans who just want to enjoy their music? And like, well, look, a lot of this was said by the artist. Well, we actually talked to the Bruce Springsteen people and said that it's an algorithm that does this and that they weren't really... Oh, well, we're trying just to give the artist the most money they can get. Like, well, yeah, but after, venue pricing and all that stuff, you guys are getting some type of money, a percentage out of this?
Percentage of this.
Yeah, we only get this much. It's like, yeah, but then you take that into account for the millions of people who bought those. Yeah. And it's like, don't you think there's a monopoly? Well, no, there's Eventbrite. Yeah, but like how much of the market is Eventbrite and how much of the market is Ticketmaster and Live Nation?
Yeah.
And I think like Seat Hub or whatever.
Something like that.
And it's like, well, I don't have those numbers with me right now, but I'm telling you right now, we're not it's not a monopoly, and you're like,
okay.
Now, and I guess now they're investigating the merger, and now all of a sudden you're like, yeah, you should. Like I was trying to buy tickets for my mom to see Madonna, and already like,
what's that?
It's like this rock band, Spanish rock band, but dude, the tickets are insane for that shit.
I believe it.
It's like get the fuck out of here. Like, are you fucking serious?
Oh, so speaking. This is kind of a abrupt segue, but have you you're on like Instagram more than I am probably, but have you heard of like the Big Six?
Of what, anime?
No. She's like I think it's called the new band of like or metal project with like big like singers from different bands like Left to Suffer.
Who the fuck is Left?
Lorna Shore.
Yeah.
I think Fit for a King.
Fit for an Autopsy.
Maybe Fit for an Autopsy.
Maybe, I don't know.
And then
was it for like a specific genre, and they're just like they're making.
I think they're just making like an EP or something.
That sounds a lot like the Roadrunner thing, where they made like.
But I think it's called the Big Six. Franz is a part of it, but Franz is like backed out recently, and then they just got Spite, the singer from Spite.
Oh damn.
Yeah, so it's kind of.
What is it? Just like.
Let me find it.
But yeah, I was gonna say like there's a lot, but that sounds like.
It just sounds like one of those
there was
super
one for
bands.
there was one for like Roadrunner where they would get like everybody under the label like Trivium, Slipknot, and like all these. They even had Deicide randomly in there, and they would just make music, and they had different band members, and they had like team captains on this documentary where they were like Matt Heafy was one of them from Trivium, and they had like Corey Taylor singing.
Will Ramos from Lorna Shore, the singer from Left to Suffer. Traders, I think. Fit for an Autopsy.
Yeah, I was gonna say like he's a pretty good singer.
And what is? Infinite Annihilator.
Oh yeah, Infinite Annihilator, bro.
And then they just got the singer from the skater from Spite.
Yeah, that's gonna be a fucking pig fest, bro. That's gonna be out this fucking swamp.
Yeah,
because they all are like good in their own field. Like,
I just found out about.
Have you heard of Infinite Annihilator?
Yeah,
bro.
I knew of. Dickie Allen, I think that's his name.
I forgot.
Dickie Allen, yeah. I knew of him before I knew his music.
But, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, Roadrunner had one of the, well, I don't know. Like, what is it? Like a project by a specific label, or it's just like, no, we're just gonna do this?
I don't have no idea. I couldn't tell you what label each of them are on anyways. But they use like Will, and then Taylor from Left to Suffer. That's about it.
I'm surprised I'm gonna hype. I would love it if hardcore bands did that, but I know there's a lot of beef between. I mean, a lot of them are like, we're part of the same community, cool, and they love that like hardcore lifestyle. But there's actually a lot of beef with some of them that, because everybody has their own definition of hardcore music.
Yeah.
Then you got bands like Turnstile who were like pretty good and then they just kind of mold into like other music. Like you'll hear some songs, you're like, this is what, and then you hear another song and it's just old school like. Punch a fucking baby hardcore, like skanking in the pit with some boots and like shit, and then it goes to like really poppy sounding, but it's like whatever. I don't mind it.
Yeah.
But then there's like other hardcore bands that I've been listening to that I'm still kind of mad like people don't fucking talk about as much. I'm like, damn it, especially in LA because I still have friends there that show me stuff.
Yeah.
Or I also just subscribe to some things and you're like, okay, cool. I kind of missed that, but it's. So what are they gonna make an EP or something?
I'm guessing they're making an EP, but they haven't released anything like songs or anything yet. So
yeah, I was gonna say I haven't seen much of that on Instagram.
Yeah, so
I've mostly been on TikTok honestly, and there's a new thing.
I've been more on Twitter than anything. So I usually get on like Instagram to like if like you or one of our friends send us like something, and that's the only time I browse occasionally.
Yeah, I'm mostly on TikTok now because. There's these trends I've watched, like I went down to Shadow OC rabbit hole, and you're like, okay, this is kind of cool. I get the vibes, whatever.
Yeah.
But then, and some of them are very creative. That's cool. And then when you actually look how it's made, you're like, that's actually kind of cool. But then they have this one thing. I don't know how to explain it. It's called schizo posting, like shit posting, where it just isn't supposed to make sense.
Schizo posting. Like I've heard the phrase schizo posting.
It's like shit memes. Well, I don't know when, but it's just like I don't know when it started, but I've only been seeing it recently.
Yeah.
But it's very shit posting.
Yeah.
It's just shitty memes. Don't make sense. Whatever.
Yeah.
Deep fried. Doesn't give a shit. Some of them could give like literally it's just shit posting, and it's. Then there's schizo posting. Do you know what those are?
No, I've only heard like the term.
Bro,
used.
It is like, imagine like shit memes with like existential, like nihilism. It is wild. Like, let me bring an example.
You're any of them like?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, okay.
But you also know I'm that dude who likes that transgressive shit, fucking, that one, I think I still have that game here. The Cruelty Squad. Yeah, like that type of. Imagine that. which is very schizo posty. Like, and if you guys have not heard that game, play that game and then bitch at me later. Let me see. Like, I'll put ones. It's like. This man lives full time in the metaverse. See, no. Like this type of shit where it's like weird shit like that. This is just surface layer. I'm just showing you this as like kind of the vibe. We're like, okay, weird, obscure shit. But then I gotta find this one page. Let me see. Oh, what is it? Yeah. Like this. POV. You were a respected scientist who made an uncanny discovery in the Siberian permafrost. You tried as the rumbling footsteps creep closer and closer. You can't help but laugh.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like fucked up. Yeah, it's like fucked up shit. No, but I gotta find one that was like, I love this. This was like, let me see. I gotta find my recently like, but no, it's like nihilism to the max, and I fucking love it. I get to the point where I'm like going down the rabbit hole, and you're like, who the fuck are you? Yeah, like this. Just read that, and it's like
my mind collapsing into an unfathomable.
It's fine. It's just gonna keep replaying.
As I step out of the time machine into an empty abyss, instead of our primate ancestor, I find myself staring into the eyes of an ancient elder god, one long forgotten by our books. As it opens its gaping maw to speak, my mind shattering from the undefinable weight of its. God damn. It's kind of like, right? It's kind of like dystopian, like.
Yeah, that's another good thing too.
Yeah.
Well, let me. There's like one page that has like this, like.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
I tried to show a friend like, oh, you know, and they're like, the fuck is wrong with you, bro? I'm like, it's funny. Like, how is it funny? Well, because it's so disturbing. And it's so nihilistic. Yeah. I fucking love it.
Yeah.
I love it. But then again, it doesn't help that, like, you know, you go to the point where you're like, oh, okay, well, there's probably is because at some point in my life you get to that nihilistic state, you're like, whatever. Yeah. But it is so good. It reminds me, like, if I could say, like, a good, like, World Peace by Sam Hyde had, like, schizo type shit. Mm-hmm. Where it's just, it doesn't make sense. It's like a dystopian comedic world.
Yeah, it's nice. It's like dystopian, yeah.
But, like, it also talks about, like, harsh realities. And you're just like, like, all right. Like, that thing you said, like, I go to a time machine. I find out we come from frog pussies. Oh, and the weight of the discovery. Like, it's just, like, some of it's, like, you know.
It's kind of like, what is it?
Because there was one that
It's like you can't help but laugh at it just because it's like
well, for me it's like nice, okay, like, and then it gets to the point where you're like what was the point of all this? Oh, have you seen this guy too?
Big Joe, what's the code of the day? You see me coming? Let me finish.
He looks like just like this guy I used to work with.
But he does these and then.
What's the code of the day? These motherfuckers think that they shit. They ain't even farted yet.
Moron. I can see you.
Yeah.
Or then.
Big Joe, what's the code of the day? Everyone tells me I changed. I shit my pants. I had to change.
He looks like.
Like, okay, buddy.
Tony Soprano's cousin. Like he's gonna fucking do some shit, and you're gonna be like. Who the fuck is this dude? Like,
it's like, damn, this he's talking.
He doing that talky talk. What the fuck? But
he owns something.
Oh my god, it's just oh yeah, like this. I mean, it's just a slideshow, but like these type of memes.
Wrong devices in home. Yeah. Yeah, I see the appeal.
It is so. This one, that last one. Yeah, like these memes, and it's like, it's just like, oh god, what's happening?
They're back.
And it's just, and then the music is always so like, I love it, and it's like, you know, love is in the air. Wrong, surveillance device was in home.
Yeah.
There's one fun fact. There are bugs in your skin. You need to dig them out with a knife. They're itchy. So itchy. You feel them crawling around underneath your flesh. Scratch and stab at them. Get them mad. It's like, why is a chimp there? And then like this one's like,
I had to do it to him.
Or this one like, is he cute? Oh God, it's here. Run. It's like, that's like, what the fuck kind of like shit is this, bro? And then like, yeah, like this shit where it's just like nihilistic dystopia, like realism, where you're like, look, this is.
Oh my God.
It seems like the type of no. Here it is. I like it because ironically, it's kind of
yeah.
just funny to me.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like like I said, transgressive, very like punishing.
Yeah.
And I like it. And then the music that they put with it, it's always cool. Some of it aren't even memes. It's just like weird ass pictures and videos, and you're like, oh, okay, you're in hell. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
But I feel like the people who take those memes seriously are like, have you seen those conspiracy theory people who they'll make these videos? I've been seeing them also on TikTok, but they're coming up again too on like those. You know, there's this whole push for censorship-free video hosting. Yeah. Like BitChute and Rumble.
It's always been a thing for a while. And
then it just becomes, like I showed you, just neo-Nazis on there, just trying to peddle their supplements. And then after they're done peddling their supplements, all right, guys, now. All right, so once again, evidence. I've shown you guys the Twitter documents that was put off by Pawlowski back in 1975 that obviously proves that God does exist and Satan is there and he's a reptilian guy eating soul for babies. So, you know, we all know this. And it's like they talk like as if this is just common knowledge that there's a giant 20-foot corpse under Apple doing calculations for them and
I've seen
causing and, you know, diluting our senses within the matrix by giving us social media and getting us addicted to porn and shit in this weird virtual reality. And at the end of it, all right, that's it for today. Now remember, guys, the devil is here. He's always on your back. He's trying to fuck you in the ass. Remember, God bless and God's watching. Okay, you know, salute, bye, brothers. You're like, what the fuck? My last two brain cells are trying to like fight to the death now over a fucking slushy, and they gotta go with this shit now. Like, it's so funny how they just talk like it's just common knowledge, you know. You know, like, and they always say the same names, and you're like, dude.
Yeah, it's like to me, that's like one of those things. Is like a train wreck.
Yeah.
Or like, all right, how crazy can it get? And then you're still watching, like, what? Like you're not buying it for anything. You're
but it's so, like, and then they argue with the people in the comments, and you're just like, huh. And then whenever they can't prove anything, they're just like, huh, whatever. Keep being a sheeple, like. And then I'm like, I'm pretty sure these are the same guy. Like, I'm pretty sure that once they're done, like, you know what, Mom, whip up some pizza rolls. Feel great. I got 5 views on this video, on this TikTok. I'm basically famous.
Mom, we're gonna celebrate. Bring out the easy man.
It's that type of shit I like, where I'm like, oh man, yes.
Yeah.
But it also does make for me like, I don't know, just like good reading for some of these. I'm like, that's actually a good idea for some of this stuff. Like, that makes you think about stuff, because I'm like, this would be a cool like science fiction book or something. Like 1984, and everybody straight up still thinks that's like bro, we're in 2023 now. 1984 never happened. Yeah. And people still are like, no, these were all about the, like, okay, dude, like, I'm with you. There's a lot of coincidences, but maybe stop eating government cheese laced with LSD. I don't know. Fuck. Like, those are the type of guys that, like, I used to work at Walgreens, and holy shit, bro, the area I was in was a bunch of homeless people, and some of them would start talking about that, and one dude was like, you know, me, I don't really judge people. I just kind of talk to them. Yeah. And he always buys wine, like a shit ton of wine. Mm-hmm. A shit ton of wine and like Pop-Tarts. Seriously, it was always just that. And and I remember I saw him on the bus freaking out, just yelling at people like, "You don't know! The people, they're coming for you! They're coming for you! The reptilians! They're making the frogs gay! We have evidence of that.
I get the idea. Yeah.
And, you know, that's why I'm off the grid. I live in a tent in the forest. Yeah. Drinking wine. and then he just gets off the bus and we're just like, and he just gets off the bus and we're like, what the fuck? This dude.
I don't like the brown sugar Pop-Tarts. Like, whoa. Like, whoa.
I don't go with the status quo. The strawberry ones are the best.
Like, whoa, sir.
I don't freeze the frozen s'mores.
I feel like your hatred for the brown sugar Pop-Tarts was a little motivated.
I don't do what the government tells me. I don't put these s'mores Pop-Tarts in the freezer.
Oh, those are so fucking good, bro.
I am not. I am a fucking conqueror. It's like, okay, we get it, bro.
This is a strict.
So, like,
strawberry
this shit happened. Yeah, these QAnon fucks, these Q-tards. And then they go, and then he was buying more wine and Pop-Tarts and, like, you know, toothpaste and whatever.
Yeah.
I guess he really does live out there. Stuff. He's just buying stuff. And then he's there, like, talking about, like, you know, there was these giants, these half angels, half humans. They're called the Nephilim. And they were beautiful. And he like has like a tear down his face, and I'm like, "This is fucking sick." He's
kind of like
totally there.
It's like one of those things, like, yeah, tell me more.
It's like one of those things. You know me, I go into conspiracy theories and like a lot. I like a lot of this religious stuff where it's like the end times are coming. I'm like, I kind of love that. I love that.
Fucking tell me more.
I read the shit out of that.
You want more Pop-Tarts?
I'll just be there like, no way, and I go down the rabbit hole because you're like a tourist there. It's like, Like there's people who go down there and like live.
That's
there.
a good way to put it.
Yeah, there's people who go down there and live there. There's people who don't want to go there because there's like, oh, there's too many minorities there. Like, yeah, those fucking weirdos. Then there's me who's like indulging in other cultures, and you're just like, oh my god, they have churros down here too. Oh my god. Oh look. And then they just start going.
Nephilim, bro. I think I saw one the other day.
Oh my god, look. So yes, Gilgamesh does exist. He was brought up from the Nile. The government is hiding this from you. Remember, brothers, the eye in the sky is always watching. God bless. There was no Moses. Well, Jesus is the only true savior. Also invest in Savage Nutrient. The only paleo Christian supplement accepted. And you can only pay for it in gold. That's right. And I'm like, oh my god, oh my god. And then at the end of the day, but here it is. At the end of the day, I get out of there.
Yeah, you get out of it, yeah.
I have my Instagram photos to, you know, humble brag on, you know, with my bikini on and you know, and then I could just and I put it on a year later, like, take me back. I'm like, okay.
Literally the next weekend, like, take me back.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
I love it there. Yeah, that's me.
It's a good place to visit, not to live.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's mainly what it is.
Like, you know, there's those people who do that. You know, they go to like these stupid, fucking, dumbass. You know, they don't go on the deep web and stuff. They're just like, I look up at some ordinary gamer's take on some of this. He doesn't show me nothing. He just goes like, yeah, okay, bro. That's not those are the type of people like, oh, I love going to Mexico. Oh, really? Where do you go? Cancun. Okay, I guess that's Mexico.
Like, you're right.
Nah, bro. I'm going. Nah, bro. I go where the cartels go. I go where the cartel might rob me and you have to bribe the cops. Like, nah. Yeah. I love it. That's like the best analogy for me, where it's like I love it, and people are like, why do you go down the rabbit hole and stuff? Like oh, guys, no breaks guy. He just came out with the documentary. This Place Rules. Mm-hmm. Did you ever see that? Mm-mm. They have this big gotcha moment. So he's trying to show both sides of the argument. Like he actually talks to these people. Yeah. And it's his experiences of leading up to January 6th, the riots.
Oh, that's right. You told me that.
He's talking to, he has his family that believes that Joe Biden's a pedophile and stuff, and that like the government is just trying to like hide everything, and they're ran by Jews who own all the banking, the central banking companies and whatever, and those type of people. Yeah. And whatever. I don't care if you believe in that stuff. Like I've seen evidence and I'm like, that's kind of fucking wild. But anyways, the kids are there, and it's like a kid waving around a Trump flag saying like, Joe Biden's a pedophile. Then you hear them talk, and you're like, this is kind of sad. Like, well, this is why I'm homeschooling my kids. I'm like, okay, whatever. You're free to do that. But there's homeschooling, and then they ask him, and the people are like, and then one of the kids, he's that type of kid that like, he doesn't have no friends. He's like, well, I've done my own research, and I know that this is all true. And where do you get this? From you have to go. You can't use mainstream media sources. You have to use trusted deep media sources from, which I have. I've done my research. And you're like fucking 8, bro. Bro, you still get the Happy Meal and throw away the apples. You're not a fuck and then it's so sad because some of these kids are their dad really believes in this stuff, and for me, it's I understand. Imagine if these people really believe it, and you desperately think, the government is trying to kill us all, and you just want people to know. So I understand why, if you really believe this shit, you want other people to believe you that you love. Yeah. Because, there's people who get all emotional when they talk my family, my mother doesn't believe me, and before she died, she called me crazy. I'm that's kind of sad. But, whatever. You chose that. And then these kids are we don't have any friends, really. I kind of miss my friends. And Jesus. I wish I could go back to school, but, you have to wear the mask 24/7 for 5 days, and I just can't do that because COVID's not real. And it's man-made by the government to suppress us. I'm and then the mom and dad are well, I think they're going to be better. I mean, it's going to suck for them as kids because, they can't, no one hangs out with them. But I think they're going to be better adults for this. I'm they're already showing signs, bro. Anyways.
I don't know.
And then QAnon, then it's funny how, he has the dad show him, and the dad goes every day. And he's yeah, this is what Q drops. These guys are fucking intelligent. They have a decoder where you have to use this Q thing. I'm this is the most, rudimentary, cereal box decoder ring shit. It's not the smartest shit. It's A equals F. Stuff like that. And then they're oh, look, they have pictures, and it was a Photoshop picture, and it says human sacrifice, and he's yeah, sacrifice is misspelled. Is that intentional? Oh, yes, everything's intentional. I'm no, it's not. Whatever. And then, whatever, January 6th happens, QAnon didn't happen. He said that Trump wasn't going to leave office, that all this stuff, trust the plan, a storm is coming. Nothing happened. None of that happened. And he disappears. And his family instantly is I can't believe we believed him. Yeah, you did. It just literally took you that everybody was saying he was wrong, and whatever. Whoever this QAnon is. Then he gets to the point where this other guy on YouTube, some patriot guy, and he's always talking about spewing the same shit. Oh, I live off the grid, whatever. All this shit. Talking about how all these people are pedophiles. All the Democrats are pedophiles. All these celebrities are pedophiles. They drink the blood of babies and fuck goats and watch Seinfeld or something while they're doing that. I don't know. It's some weird ass shit. Then at the end, he's so you think this, and he's holding up photos. This guy's yeah, I think January 6th was a good thing because now it's I'm gonna take this whole damn Democratic thing down. They're all pedophiles, and he holds up pictures Hillary Clinton. He's pedophile, biggest one. He's Trump is the least thing from a pedophile you've ever seen. And it's okay, fine, whatever. And then they show Jonah Hill, pedophile. Barack Obama, oh, pedophile. Then he's brings out papers. So in May of 1998 or whatever, you were convicted for sexual abuse with a minor in the 2nd degree and sodomy of a minor in the 1st degree for an 8-year-old boy. And he's
takes one to know
what's
one.
your point?
Takes one to know one.
No, I love, and he's so you're a registered sex offender and you're a convicted pedophile, and he's what's your point? And it's what the fuck? And then he's yeah, it was a case. I'm not gonna go. Well, I mean, we have the papers if you want to see. I mean, you pled guilty, and yeah, well, there was a case I couldn't fight. I'm aren't you talking about bringing down the whole Democratic prod? And then he's I mean, you want to say that? I've already seen it. I'm it's god damn.
Yeah, I don't.
It was the biggest no you. It was so funny, and I'm watching this, and I'm there are people out there who still post on Facebook because they think that's the most relevant thing ever. And I have people who I work with who say some shit that's borderline.
Yeah, borderline. Yeah.
That they talk about some Chicago thing where this one random bitch was supposed to win, and oh, trust me, everybody said she was gonna win on Facebook. I'm oh, so you Facebook because Facebook's for old fucks who don't fucking. Yeah, it's not the real world, and it's not a real news site. But anyways, then they're all I think they did a study, and they found 70, more, almost 85% of all the stuff on Facebook was just wrong.
Oh, I don't know.
Even the places that said that they had evidence and they looked at the sources and they were like, yeah, those sources don't prove their point. They just say in some study, you look at the study and it doesn't actually say what those people said.
Yeah, so some BS like footnote that leads you to a Wikipedia page that was edited by like
that was edited for like a second or whatever, and then the source is literally from like a blog site. It's not an actual reputable source or some Twitter account, but it's so funny to me because I'm like, these people. It's Clown World. I fucking love it. But no, they'll say something like, "Oh, no, I'm like, okay, dude. And then you keep asking. You keep saying they won't let us have this. They want, and I love it because I'm like, one sec, let me see, who's they? Well, you know, them. I thought y'all hate pronouns. Anyways. It's so funny because they can't ever answer, and then when they do, because you know that there's a point where they see it and they hear themselves out loud saying all this stuff out loud.
I also feel like some of them are like,
and they're like, "Oh shit, I sound like a fucking maniac."
Yeah, because either they can't like put their thoughts into like proper like they can't say what they're thinking properly, or or maybe in addition to like they're just like gullible to the point where they believe something they hear randomly and they full send commit to it.
Yeah,
what I mean? Like, okay.
And some of them act so pompous about it, like, oh,
exactly.
You don't know,
like you found out yesterday. What you were talking about?
It's like
because you wrote a fucking Facebook.
It's like no, because I don't put plastic in the microwave and then drink it. I don't do that. I'm not you, but whatever.
Wait, what?
It is just. Oh my god.
What?
It's just like. I just can't do that, bro. I just can't do that. I just can't put myself in that mind where I'm like, okay, I'll admit, when I was younger, and you see like the Tupac 7-Day Theory,
and
but you see all that stuff, and you're like, wow, that's great, and then you come back later and you're like, that was actually kind of weird, the coincidences.
Yeah. It's just like you have to like, sometimes you have to step back a little bit and just look at the whole picture. Like, what am I doing? Yeah, or like, is this something like I feel like I need to fight?
Like, what I mean? Like right now, some shit's happening.
Yeah.
Like Kanye West is missing apparently now.
Is he really?
That's what people are saying.
I haven't heard.
That's what I'm saying. I haven't heard from him in a bit. I'm like, oh, maybe calm down. And now people are saying he's missing, and people are still saying Britney Spears is missing.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know because they had like a live of her ex-husband, and because I guess they're so friendly or whatever, and he was there, and it was like. Weird, like he went around, they were having this wedding, he's like, it's all fake, there's nobody here, and they kicked him out of the house, and he's saying, I feel like something's wrong. And then there's these videos that they put that proves that it's her, but a lot of them, people are like, this looks Photoshop. I'm like, okay, you sound crazy. Then they show me other stuff, I'm like,
well,
that is very weird.
Yeah, all I'm gonna say is like deepfake stuff's getting
that's crazy. What I'm saying, the deepfake stuff is like easy.
Cause like have you said this a couple of years ago? And it looked like the deepfake wasn't the greatest back in the day.
Yeah, the deepfake
but
was
it's like getting like
the deepfake was like they literally just plastered Mila Kunis's face on a girl getting pounded. Yeah, because like her boobs aren't that.
Because there's deepfakes now that like
they look too good,
like too good, but like because that's not their body type. But like
and some of them don't even need crazy cameras,
and they don't because they could always like control the quality. They could always control, but just the ones I've seen that are gotten good are just like some random guy.
Yeah.
So like, if there's like a legit like, I guess, industry is probably the bad word, but a group of people who know what they're doing. What I mean?
Yeah.
Or who know more about it. What I mean, just like get it done really quick, and then, what I mean? Because there's even voice ones now, and even those are getting crazier.
Yeah, some of them like there's a point where you're like, okay, that sounds really shoddy, but there's some that you're like, okay. Like, especially those meme videos where they make fun of, like, where it's, like, they get some celebrities saying, like, gay shit or whatever, like, it's like...
Or like the thing I think I showed you where, like, they're doing, like, the voice stuff for, like, SpongeBob or, like...
Yeah.
Ben Shapiro, and there's one of them on there. Dude. Where it's, like, text-to-speech, but it's, like...
Have you heard of SpongeBob Core?
Yeah.
That one Gary one has been stuck in my head.
Yeah,
because it's like
I like
randomly people dressing up as a.
I like Great Barrier Reef by SpongeX Core.
There's that one, yeah. Like Gary, yeah, boom, 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 and like they'll just do some like fucking knocked loose shit. Oh my god,
so good.
I've always just been listening to like old school death metal. Yeah. Or like music that sounds like it.
I've been like listening to some like some Vocaloid shit lately. And like I always heard
like hyper pop crazy ass rock shit.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, this is kind of my shit right now.
I got into it when I first saw Hatsune Miku. She wasn't even the first Vocaloid. The first Vocaloid was from a Dance Dance Revolution game. I was like, I really like this song. Yeah. Let me see who sang it. Then it was like Vocaloid. I'm like, okay. And then Hatsune Miku came up, and I saw like a full concert because that was back then when YouTube just had everything. It was like 3 full concerts, and I was like, this is amazing. Can't name any of their songs, but I can hear them. I'm like, oh, I know that one.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Or I remember the music video for it. Mm-hmm. Like there's like one, there's like a vampire one where they make her look nice and everything. And I forgot what studio animated some stuff for it, but
I think I know which one you're talking about.
It was like this...
I could see it. I just don't know the name. Oh, Deku like 27.
They had like
the vampire is just a song.
No, I know, but they had like a figure for it, and they had like some little animations still.
Cool.
Yeah, it was nice. They had a lot, and yeah, they have a figure for it. It's great.
Yeah.
There's some stuff though that's like, oh my god, some of the stuff that Japan is doing, or not even just Japan, like Korea too. You're like, okay, this is like noise rock doesn't. I don't know if it's gonna make a comeback, but it looks like it's gonna soon make. Because Japan at one point was like king of noise rock. It was.
I remember some of the stuff you showed me.
There was like one guy. Literally, some of the noise rock stuff delves into just straight up like ASMR. Like if it was like you know how there's anti-comedy and there's it's like anti-ASMR. It's meant to like you put this on, you're like, huh. It's like sounds from the insane asylum.
Yeah.
In Pennsylvania. Or like we got 12 people in one room that all suffer from schizophrenia. And we got them loaded up on cocaine and Molly. And we're playing, and they all have PTSD from the Iraq War. And we're playing gun noises. And we have Nazi film paraphernalia on the big screen. On loop.
2,000% speed.
Bass boosted. 10-hour mix.
In reverse. Jesus Christ.
And, yeah... We added some stuff from The Exorcist, some voice lines from The Exorcist.
We hired a priest.
You know. We're going to see how it goes. Enjoy.
And we got the priest.
And you're like,
we got the priest drunk.
It's like
the crazy part with the priest. And we got him drunk.
Ambient apocalyptic noises.
Chef's kiss.
Well,
yeah.
Chef's kiss.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
No, like it gets great, but I'm talking about like, I kind of miss that like old school grimy shit, and a lot of metalcore doesn't do it no more. I'm not saying that it's weak. It's just there's like a sound.
It's very formula like driven. I think.
I mean, it was always a formulaic like genre. Yeah. Like even if you go back to the old ones, like Shadows Fall, Killswitch Engage, they all had some type of formula, and it couldn't be considered metalcore if it didn't have. At first, it had to have like heavy metal with like punk rock type shit because of breakdowns and all that. Yeah. Or before breakdowns, a lot of them didn't have breakdowns yet. Then it was like, no, they have to have breakdowns because that's metalcore and stuff. Then, you have death metal vocals instead of just, screaming with some high, whatever. It's like, then it became kind of just post-hardcore with a drop tuning. And it's like, no, you have to have clean vocals, guys. You just have to have clean vocals. Yeah. And then it just kept changing. And it's like, no, you have to have electronic stuff now. You have to have keyboards and programming. And by the way, you need to have a sample from a horror movie or a comedic sample.
Or Pulp Fiction.
Like this new song from, or something. Like I think, what was it? I've been listening to them again. I kind of like this because it reminds me back of that era. Of like, just... No, just watch. It's just like comedic, little.
Oh, did you hear about Job of Cowboys finished an album recently?
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
But listen, I only heard
as a longtime fan.
Yeah, I've only heard
that band is Nothing against Job for a Cowboy. I fucking love him. And like even when they
but it's been a long time.
rebranded
Yeah.
to okay, it was Getting Dry, and I don't think it was anything about members changing because I think they still have the same singer and like the same main like people, like the drummer I think is still there and stuff. But then they were like, no, we're changing our musical sound because of course like they were like one of the people with the deathcore early on deathcore that was like they kind of defined the genre.
Yeah.
Again, like with metalcore, then deathcore came around, and now deathcore has changed now because now it's like it's so formulaic. Like you need at least one song, you need at least a couple parts of pig squealing. You have to be able to do
like a checklist.
Like you have to exactly. They all have this checklist. You have to have pig squeals. You have to have at least. There was one point where if you didn't have 3 guitarists, you weren't breaking the mold. Fucking Whitechapel, and then fucking Despise Icon. Okay, you're not breaking the mold unless you have 2 vocalists. Okay, and then another one, like you're not breaking the mold if you also aren't like Winds of Plague with orchestra, which kind of ties back to like Dimmu Borgir, like melodic death metal. But yeah, Job for a Cowboy changed to. There was a lot of bands that went from deathcore to strictly like melodic blackened death metal type sounds. Yeah, like like. I just wish everything just went back to like old school Cannibal Corpse, just super simple. Especially when Corpse Grinder got it, because I like Chris Barnes and all, but he's kind of a fucking weirdo. Like, he's the dude who legit like. Have you heard him now? So originally, like, you can't deny. Like, I'll just play the original. I'll watch that in a second. I'll get my towel. But anyways, he defined. I'll just play a little bit of this, like the original Hammer Smashed Face. This was him. He defined. Like the death metal.
This is the same band that you showed style. Me. Like, would they re-release the thing, right?
Kind of. No, that was a different band.
Oh,
but you hear like his voice, and you're like, this is straight up what. He's the reason a lot of bands did this. Oh, you can put it down. Yeah, bass you can barely hear, and then just hear his vocals. He did that.
Yeah.
Everybody does it because of them. You know, there's other ones like Dying Fetus and stuff, and I fucking love Dying Fetus. Or like Deicide. Yeah. Deicide was really the like, and then the screams. But yeah, these guys were definitely the ones that were like, and no offense, I like Corpse Grinder a bit better. But then he goes from this to fucking. The band 6 Feet Under. And then,
really?
Yeah, he's the singer from
I know. I didn't know that.
And then he goes from that to like fucking,
yeah, I know what 6 Feet Under sounds like.
It's like basically he's trying to do it, and then let me see. It's like goes from that to like it's like if you just told your cousin who like that's fine, but it's like it's as if you told your cousin who's only has like everybody's idea of what death metal sounds like and told him get on the mic. It is. Some people say, no, bro, it's you don't get it. He's going back to its primal root. No, he's not. He's fucking lost it. I've been to like so many 6 Feet Under shows, and it's only because they're opening for other bands. Because I saw him one time and was like, nope, never mind. The band puts on a good show, but then he's like, all right, guys, this is Hammer Smash Face, and like, and like, dude, I can't hear you, Chris. And it doesn't help that he'll like sound very arrogant. Like he'll say how like new death metal and stuff sucks. He doesn't have no bad blood with Cannibal Corpse as far as I'm concerned. But there's just so many things of people like showing tweets from him that turn out to be true of him, basically saying like, "Oh, they all suck except for me."
Oh wow!
And it's just like, bro, no doubt you inspired the genre, but I don't know who is that like that. Is there somebody that's like, "Damn, you used to be good," and they're just still kind of like, "Yeah, well, it's not me, so no one gives a shit." Like in like I don't know. Only one I could think of, just me personally, because the style is just so different now. Is like fucking Who's that band? Attila.
Oh, Franz?
Originally, it was so good. And then I hear some stuff now, and I'm just like, this is Dancing with the Devil, yeah! Like,
Franz doesn't give a shit.
I'm like, I get that, but you could tell.
Yeah.
And then I saw that he had that rap show I told you, right? And I went there, and I'm like, oh, whatever. You know, he sings fast, and he does seem like he. I could see it. It was the most stupidest shit. No offense to him. He seems like a nice guy, but
yeah, Franz is chill.
I was like, whatever. You want to do this, fine, but.
But yeah, I know it's not for everybody, but it's like
no, but like everybody was there. We were like, he was just at like some random stage.
Was he doing like his like rap shit, or was he doing like?
Yeah, we don't give a
or
fuck.
Was it like Attila?
No, he tried to do both. It's like him.
Okay, because I know there's Attila.
No, it's him with beats. It was just literally
him
with beats.
Okay, it was just him. That's Franzilla. That's Franzilla then.
No, yeah, but I'm saying like, and even the new Attila stuff, I'm like, come on, bro. Like, I get they have southern rock stuff, but it's like, come on, like, not even Obituary is that bad. Like, Obituary at least had like some cool southern rock stuff. Like, there's some where it's like, yeah, boy. Like, okay, this is like the third time this album, bro. Like, Like, and then he made that one like Bout That Life, because he's talking about how, like, you know, they're from Atlanta, so it's like, oh, we could get hood and they had like big ass bitches on their videos and like shit, and like, that's fine. That was like, I think the last album I heard that I was like, oh, this is all right.
Yeah.
Ever since then, it's like nothing. Every single song I've heard, like, they have the lyrics up to, and I'm like, these lyrics are fucking trash. Their lyrics
have always been trash for the most part.
No, but like, no, back then they at least had some like substance where you're like, okay, that's kind of cool because it actually goes to like hardcore tunes. But now it's like they're trying to be death metal rap. Yeah. And I learned long ago, you cannot just do that. No. People are, unless you execute it well. Some people are like, oh, bro, I want to do Lady Gaga covers, but death metal. Like, you can't just do that. You can't just make everything metal. You can somehow add elements of it to it. Like, I could see, what was his name? Lil Wop. He added, like, growls to his rap, and people were like, what the fuck is he doing? You fucking weirdo and stuff. And, like, people fucking love it now. Because rap had nothing going on. It still kind of has nothing going on now. Drake's newest album was like, okay, it's another Drake album. With, like, a really weird, like, homoerotic undertone on that one song.
21, can you do something for me?
Hey. I showed Noah that song because I like the change up, and I didn't hear that. Then when I saw the memes, I'm like, why did he say it like that?
I'm like, hello?
Can you talk to the opposite romance? It's like, ugh. You know, he had his tongue out shaking his ass the whole time. Yeah. You know, they were doing.
You know, 21 is like, he's like, yeah, he cut that gay shit, bro.
No, he like, what was it? Who's that guy?
Kai?
Kai was like showing him, and he's like, nah. It's like, you were on there.
Kai was like,
he's like, so how do you feel about that? He's like, nah, it was not gay at all. It's like, yeah, but I mean, you could kind of, nah. Fucking Blueface, he's beefing with those Island Boys.
Is he really?
Yeah, the Island Boys are like,
what have they been doing?
They're just beefing with people. They like try to release music and no one gives a shit. He was that one kid that they tried the whole shtick of claiming gang on Blood, and then the big homie came up and he tried to call the cops on him. And I showed you right where he basically held him hostage, and like was telling like, okay man, I was just saying I was Blood. I'm not really Blood. So they can't claim that. Yeah. They still argue with people. Like they argued with that Joker kid from Florida. Who like got his whole face tatted like the Joker, and people legit thought he was like doing something crazy, and he had that one video where he talks to like Boom Gang, and he's like, oh, you know, the Joker wasn't this, you know, it's about this, and he's like looking at the like camera, saying Joker lines, and you're like, okay, this guy kind of gets it, I guess, and then you see him like later, and he's a fucking joke, no pun intended. It's just they're fucking cringe kids. And he's arguing with these two kids. And they're arguing with, like, Blueface. And Blueface is just calm the whole time. He's like, well, what are you guys talking about? What? Why am I trash? Bro, you get beat up by your girls? They're like, bro, that's between me and her. Like, calm down. Yeah. And then they're like, oh, whatever, bro. Whatever. We're gonna do. Yeah, and he's like, well, what about y'all? You can't bring in our family, bro. This is us, bro. Like, And they keep interrupting him. I'm like, this is going nowhere.
Yeah.
It was like the stupidest shit ever, and I don't know why he even like humored them.
Yeah.
And like, you know, Blueface, there's that video of him like, oh dude, his girl, they just need to break up, bro. That bitch, she, and like people who are, bro, I saw this one compilation. I guess she was like on some reality show or something.
Was she really?
And she just every single time. Let me find it. Every single time some bitch goes up and talks shit to her, she's like quiet the whole time. And that's why when people are like, oh, whenever, like, bro, she's so fucking, I'm like, okay, well, yeah, she's like, you know, Crisean, she's fucking fighting. There's like a thing where they had them all like, yeah, like this. It's a reality show, kind of. I guess it was like on YouTube. And they're just there. And then these bitches, they all team up, and then these guys are security. Skinnier than that. And yeah, so she's there like talking shit. And she's just there. Crisean's just there, right? Like, I need you to repeat what you said. She's like...
Repeat what you said when you was walking upstairs. I mean, I hear nothing but fucking crickets.
I don't hear crickets.
Like, what happened? Because I know for sure I'm not talking to myself. There's a couple of motherfuckers up here. I mean, if we gonna...
Like, why does everybody need to be up? Like, why are these other girls... Like, I get security.
Yeah.
Number one, we're gonna go ask Crisean Rock.
But then they're all talking, and she just looks at them like...
Yeah.
And every time I try to pray to God,
They all say, like... They all talk shit to her, and she whoops their ass. And then they're like, what the fuck? Why'd she do that? I'm like, you stepped up to her.
Yeah.
And then, bro, just...
Let him get a few hits off, and then we jump in.
Yeah, let him get a few hits, and it... Fucking Crisean, she beats the shit out of all these bitches. Like, it is so funny. There's like, I think they had like 2-on-1 at one point. Like, she'll just be there, like... I'm like... And it gets... And then... And there's always that one dude with the camera, like... I don't know what this was for, but it's like...
What is Buddy?
I think Baddie
what's
South.
Baddie South? Is that the name of it?
I guess. Right here. But, bro, she beats the shit out of them. She could do MMA. But she was also like on a game show randomly.
Right.
And she did not like talk the way she does. She's like, hi, I'm Crisean, and my dream is to... And she was like on American Gladiators or something. And she was super fit. Where is it? There's one where like... No, there's one where it's like 2 bitches on one. Oh yeah. Yeah, right here, like...
she not talking to me like, you too fucking little to be...
She's looking for like the audacity. What you looking for? The audacity of this bitch.
What's up?
Yeah, look at. She throws a shoe. She shows shoes at her. Look at. You're like whatever, and then boom. Just like this bitch gets down. Look at her the whole time. She's like, no, let me have her.
How you have to get pulled off to save your life, bro?
Oh, there's like one.
We gotta escape, man.
Okay, so right here.
She come in like a
fucking like a heavyweight championship fight.
Like a boxer. Yeah, I think this is the Baddie Shot.
Whatever it is, but they fucking
was on VH1 or some shit.
Something like that, or like some reality show. Look at beats the shit out of this bitch.
Bitch walked up in me while I was talking. Fucking sneak. You a fucking pussy. Everybody gonna see you pussy sneaking me. You're a fucking pussy.
She walking up, we had like a heavyweight fight.
We can go.
Like, I mean, you call me. Oh, got the
She
weave
really
off
just,
her head, bro.
Really just hit her, bro.
She just went. Oh. Like, oh, that clean you out. What? No, but bro. She beat the shit out of these bitches, bro. She fucking.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I don't know why the island boys are like, talking shit and stuff. I'm like, bro, she would beat the shit out of me.
Blueface like, handle my shit.
Yeah,
with the hood up. The box, like, oh,
it is go. Like the funniest shit. Or let me see. My brother sent me one that was like,
she really came in like a boxer
with the hood. Like,
I know,
it looked
damn.
like it looked like
I was afraid for a moment. Like, damn.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want to mess with her. Like, shit, like whatever. But it's so funny how every single time I've seen a video of them, they're like, man, look at she has like no fucking. I think it's she has no class, and I'm like, these bitches were talking shit to her, and she just like, the fuck you mean? Yeah, Crisean's wildest moments. I mean, it's like, my brother. Let me see if he sent it to me. I'm just gonna have to send it to myself real quick, but it is the funniest shit where it's like. These bitches straight up go and then they put surprise Pikachu face on where you're like, wow, she really beat my ass.
Yeah. Holy
like,
shit.
of course she did. Like, what the fuck? You were like talking on gang and shit. And you're like, get the fuck out of here. What do you mean? I can't believe this bitch really just beat the shit out of me.
Oh, she did.
Unless the video got taken down. YouTube some cops. Whatever.
God damn it.
Whatever. That seems like a good place to end it. These fucking bitch at.
Yeah.
It's like, I kind of want to watch this. We should watch some of this. But like, yeah, she beat the shit out of like. Unless there's like this other one, but there was one where like it has the whole fight.
God, I knew what was happening the moment she walked.
She's like, oh, I'm a pussy. Okay, cool. I'm gonna come. God damn! I almost died on the chair. I guess they're name for copyrights, but.
Jesus Christ.
You ain't. Yeah, so now she gotta make fun of her teeth that she got her shit rocked. She's.
I know. Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Why the person that got fucked up talked to? She is. Oh my god, it was so good. And there's that video of her putting a bunch of Parmesan on pizza and just like laugh. But yeah, it is still like. I mean, people are like, "Well, John Claude," I'm like, "Yeah, I know," because she still was just eating pizza with Kai there, like, and like a little kid. That doesn't mean.
Like, yeah,
like I could say that,
but being an adult.
Yeah, no, yeah, that was one thing. Like, and then she threw a chair, and that was like whatever. But she was getting a little tipsy, so whatever.
Yeah.
But I can still talk about that.
Yeah.
But we're talking about fights. She rocks any fucking bitch. Like she could be on a fucking like Fight Network or something. So yes, I'm a fan of that stuff. I'm not a fan of the. Like, okay, bitch, close. Kai's face was like, what the fuck? You have to like cover your mouth, Chris.
Kai's face gets me every time.
He's just like, what the
oh my god, it's so
what,
funny.
Dude. Yeah, they get in a fight. They bully Kai.
I look so worried. Oh, you know Zias?
Yeah.
Zias and I forgot the other guy's name. I think they're on Aiden's stream, whatever.
Yeah.
And they broke his fucking arm.
his bodyguard. It was Aiden's bodyguard, and they were like, they were like going, and he's there. He's like, boom, and they're like, we gotta stop the stream. We gotta stop the stream. We gotta stop the stream. I'm like, dude, he fucking broke his arm. Well, Zias looks built, anyways. Like whenever I see him,
I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't want to arm wrestle.
No, I wouldn't want to arm wrestle him too. I was like, damn boy, he broke. He said,
like, yeah, he broke his arm.
I heard
he's like, you need water? I'm like, no, I need a hospital, bro.
I've heard of taking ankles, but shit, bro,
Oh,
he took your whole life away. Like that's what I'm saying, like that. Oh, yeah, like they bully him or whatever.
Yeah.
No, we gotta get. There's that one. No, where's the one with like highlights or whatever? Cause the fucking Twitter went off. I fucking love when
so
Twitter.
funny.
No, when Twitter goes off, it's like calm down, bro. Like y'all
do the fucking call.
Yeah, it is. Like, okay. Like, calm.
His fucking face. I was like, oh.
Or this one, she puts a hole in his fucking wall. Like, you appreciate it.
This one work. Yeah, because this one's little.
Oh, it sounded like the drywall got pushed in, bro.
Put a hole in my wall. You rich, you can fix it.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
God, you just put a hole in my wall.
She was blowing at that pizza like a Nintendo 64 cartridge, bro. You're like,
Well, you're rich, you could fix it.
you're
Bitch.
rich. You can... His face. He looked at the coach like,
he about to start shaking about his ass.
what's Crisean Rock do? You knew she was, dude. Kai's face the whole time is like, I'm not gonna say nothing to her.
Kai's...
Crisean was about to beat Kai up if he didn't dance. Blueface baby.
Kai looks scared.
And then she does the hood thing like,
Yeah.
and he got his teeth out there, like, yeah.
Oh my god.
Gold.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, a lot of people talk shit about these streams like Speed and Aiden Ross and Kynes. I'm like, bro, I love it. I love it. Aiden Ross is kind of fun. There's some parts where like, I think even he had Tory Lanez on there freestyling. And we were like, okay, cool. Like, he'll have some people, and I remember he had. Did you ever see when he had Speed on there? And he told him like, hey, don't bark at people. And Speed like, yo, what's up? Like,
Yeah. I think I've seen the clip. I don't think I've seen this whole stream.
There was like some where it's like, yeah, he's the one who had him on
I've
stage.
seen some of this. Yeah.
There's that. But I
I
don't
thought
know
it was
what
a Speed stream.
No, it was
Aiden's
stream.
Okay.
But then Speed took over his setup a few times.
Okay.
But mostly like there's some stuff where it's like, there's some stuff where it's like, get the fuck out of here. Like, and only Choppa was there, and like all these rappers, and Speed's there like barking and shit at him, and it's like.
3, 2, 1.
Like, why? In his face. He's like, it's just like,
Jesus Christ.
it's, I don't know what is, like.
Oh, Blue, that's what it was. Or B-Lou.
Yeah. Oh, Beelu, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Dude.
Bro, his arm fucking broken, bro.
Aiden Ross and Zayas get into a fight. I don't think I've seen this one.
Take me out to eat. It's like
Like look at Zayas, bro. He's fucking built,
Yeah,
bro.
he's a big man.
I don't want to do this.
Like you see that guy walking like, bro, it looks like if I bumped into you,
I'm
it'd be
not
like,
arm wrestling him. He's just
no,
a joke, bro.
These little like fucking twigs, no,
And
bro.
even if I did, I'm not trying my hardest.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not trying to
Just
break
win.
my
Just
fucking.
win.
Yeah, bro. You got it. You got it. You got it. Yes.
I saw another clip where like Aiden was just being like delusional.
Bro, he can't even put his arms down straight. He can only walk like that, bro.
Yeah. And then like Aiden thought like the
Look
average.
at the fucking form. He has the fucking form, bro. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Aiden like does not take shit seriously either.
Nah, he doesn't.
Did you see when Andrew Tate was on there and Aiden's chat was like fucking him up?
I believe it.
It was like the funniest shit, and Andrew Tate's just laughing. Yeah, this shit where.
Make sure you guys donate right now with the link.
Boris B. Serbian donated $5. He beat you because you're in the Matrix. Aiden weak, very weak.
That's not, bro, you're laughing at
This is great. What's this?
text to speech.
Yeah, he doesn't have that. He just like reads the messages.
I like that.
Hey, bro, whoever donated that?
K1X or X Gaming donated $1. Hi Andrew Tate, I love you.
Aiden cannot smoke a fucking cigar. Calm your ass down.
One.
I get fucking wild when I've been to cigar bars and they have great ventilation, so it doesn't smell. But when people go like, I'm like, bro, I'm like
Daisy
fainting
donated
now.
$1. Tate, let me be your 5th wife.
That's a girl. Her name is Daisy. What would you say to her? What does she have to be to be your 5th wife? What does she have to do to be your 5th wife?
I need to check her out, see her credentials. She's get in touch with me somehow.
You know what's crazy? Chat, what time is it for the chat?
Yeah.
Aiden, why are you sitting on the couch like that?
You have a role player?
This is nice. I know they're just.
What?
I mean, I always say it's not funny. Hold the fuck. Oh, that means this guy, right?
There's like some. There was like one that was really funny. Oh, it came most replayed. Is it?
Knight_war donated $1.
That's how I envision things.
Hey, you can be a
I guess
lover.
this
I'm a
is
lover boy.
You can be a lover.
this motherfucker.
Go ahead.
I gotta find that TikTok, bro. Some of these TikToks have like all of the highlights.
Really, chat?
Raul donated $1. Tate make this weak bitch to do push-ups.
Ah, it's that little picture.
Oh my god, that was ridiculous.
I like that. How many push-ups can you do?
I don't know, like 100.
You can do 100 push-ups?
I probably do more than you.
I don't know about that.
You was a world. You were,
Yeah,
you was
I
a
don't
world
know about that
champion.
Guess what? Even though I can't do more than you, I know I can't. But I'm gonna.
Oh my god, bro. He got fucking arrested too recently and let out.
Yeah.
And people were like, "It's for human trafficking." I'm like, I'm pretty sure if he really was, they wouldn't have let him out on bail.
Yeah.
They would still be holding
Was
him.
it
I don't
like-
know. I don't know how the laws are over there, but
Yeah.
it's funny. People were making the joke. Imagine roasting this pizza, and that's the thing that got you doxxed
Yeah.
and arrested.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. Noah, he's like laughing. The things that you just see Andrew Tate being like arrested, and he's there, and it's like, I'm being attacked by the Matrix, and you're like, you motherfucker, you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
But goddamn, bro. Oh yeah, that. Nah, bro, that's fucking crazy. That's fucking crazy. Oh my god, look, it even record. Okay, we could probably do something with that. I don't know. I'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
But yeah, I don't know. New year, probably the same me.
Definitely.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, guys.
There are some goals, but
Oh yeah, no, I
just
definitely
small
have
stuff.
some goals.
But
I'm trying to
there's-
get.
I'm not gonna change or anything.
I'm gonna get some stuff off now. I'm like, okay, first of all, going back to the gym because I've been off of it, but the main thing is like getting some stuff off the ground. I'm like, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking do this now. Like, I just gotta sit down every couple minutes, draw some sketches to get a rough idea, and then do a storyboard, and then get some stuff going.
Yeah, I have a couple stuff I'm thinking about doing. I'm debating whether or not I want to build it all up, and then release it once it's done, or build release as it is. You know what I mean?
There's that stuff.
I'm like, I don't know.
For me, there's some stuff I want to have, like, some stuff prepared.
Yeah.
I don't just want to, like, keep going on the fly for some things, because I'm like, no, I have a distinct plan, so I want to at least have, like, a few of them done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like that Pugs comic thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start that. I already have 3 scripted out. And, yeah. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna start. I literally just need to do, like, a 4-panel sketch, whatever.
Yeah.
Bam.
Just sketch out. You don't even have to draw them like to have them done. Just like,
Yeah, it's literally just like,
get your idea across, and then
and it's really just the sketching part. The speech
Yeah.
bubbles I could do whenever.
Yeah.
It's just I already have like 3, so it's like cool. I can just get those ones and then slowly start thinking more along the way. And then I already have like the outline of that one story I want to do, and then I'm like, cool. Now I just got to do a storyboard and think about like the pacing of some stuff. Get that first, then keep going, whatever. And then because because the part 1 of it, when he gets out of that jail thing, that's gonna be 3 parts. I have like 3 parts for that, and then the next part's gonna have like 3 things too. But I'm trying to do like a one-shot thing, because I've been reading a lot of one-shot mangas and comics and like graphic novels, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I also hate those debates. Well, technically, manga just means comics. So technically, even Marvel comics are mangas. Like, just who gives a fuck what it's called? Just do your thing in whatever style you want.
Yeah.
There are people on TikTok that argue and argue and argue, like, and then keep saying like, I'm the first creator of this race. Cool. You're gonna label yourself with that. Just who cares?
Yeah.
But whatever. It is what it is. But yeah, what? Any manga you've been reading? And you're like, oh shit. Because that one bully one.
Oh my god.
That one is so
I've
wild.
been reading a lot of shit, bro. What is it? I've been One that's kind of like sticking out in my head lately is like Slasher Maidens, but that's like from the same creator as like Akame ga Kill and stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the guy who does like Samurai Wives. He's doing. I think he did.
Just I'm caught up on Hajime no Ippo, obviously.
That's still going.
It's like 1,400 chapters.
I was gonna say like, he doesn't just become a? Is he at the part where he's past boxing? And he's a coach or something?
He's actually a coach now.
Okay.
But do you care if I spoil it?
Nah.
Well, spoilers for whoever's listening, but I don't care. Ippo is like on the he gets to like the world stage, right?
Yeah.
And like he loses.
So it's Rocky.
Essentially. and then it got to a point where he's like punch drunk.
Mm-hmm.
Or he's like borderline. You know what I mean? And he's like, so like he was kind of like forced to retire. He gets with the girl.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the girl's like, I don't want you to box anymore. You know what I mean? Type
Yeah.
of thing. So, and he's like, he's already like on the fence of becoming like punch drunk all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And then like, and the girl he likes tells him, I don't want you to do this. You know what I mean? So he's kind of like, but he still likes boxing, so he's just coaching people now.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And it's kind of making him a better boxer in a way, because now he's becoming like a cornerman.
Yes, now
like,
you see it from a different perspective.
Sort of an angle, and like he tries to help other boxers he fought before.
Yeah.
To like, hey, I want you in my corner, because I know you've seen some stuff. You know what I mean? And like he helps him do that, and like he's still like he's almost better now than he was before.
Yeah.
Just from seeing it from a different perspective. Yeah.
And there's probably that itch to get back.
And then not even that, people are like, why did he retire? Like, what's going on there? Like, yeah. So it's kind of hype for me, but like.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been reading.
I don't know. Just like I've been catching up to the other ones. Nagatoro is at a good spot. It's probably gonna end soon.
Really.
But it's gonna go through a few things. It's at the part where they're preparing for like these final things, and I don't want to spoil too much on that. But it's. Like,
I think you would like the Geek Hitman, the thing I sent you some stills from.
Oh yeah, where he's like a otaku.
Yeah, but he's like an ex-hitman or whatever. He's trying
and
just trying to chill out
and be a geek. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
I've also been trying to get back into Yu-Gi-Oh dueling.
Every time I look at like the duel, what's the Yu-Gi-Oh game again called?
Master Duel.
Master Duel. I keep on thinking about just downloading and just giving it an actual shot.
Oh, it's fun, like just playing around with some decks and shit.
But I'm like, I don't want to get too deep into it because I know how I am with card games. Like,
well, honestly, you don't need to put any money into it.
Well, I know that, but knowing me,
oh no, but I'm saying like with other games, this one legit makes it too damn easy.
Okay.
The gems they give you, if you log in every day, within the week, you'll have enough to buy like 10 packs. Oh, sure. And the 10 packs give you a guaranteed ultra or like some type of super rare.
Yeah.
And even then,
what I mainly bet, not even putting the money into it type of thing. It was more like I was so fucking deep into Hearthstone, whatever.
Yeah.
For a long time, and then like the decks, whatever, the cards I used that weren't even allowed anymore. I'm like,
Yeah. Well, this one they kind of do it for the most part. They just kind of like everything
type thing. You know what I mean? It was just like I got so into it, and like yes,
like,
I did put some money into it, but like. And then all of a sudden,
well, that one also you had to buy the new packs.
You know, all of a sudden I can't do it anymore. I'm like, damn.
Like that one, you had to like basically buy a key that says, "Oh, I get the new pack." This one, everything's free.
Yeah.
And they added casual, solo, and tag duels, and the ranked is pretty fun. But they just give you shit.
Is it? See, I haven't played it, but it's very. I haven't played it forever. I played the shit out of like the old Game Boy Advance, like.
Yeah, those ones have like adventures and stuff. This one's just a duel.
Oh, okay.
This doesn't have like a campaign or anything.
Okay.
I mean, they have like solo duels where you go in and some of them have themes where they teach you how to play this deck, and then you play with it. Then you can play against that deck when you're into a computer. They have a special one where you play against the decks. They give you a deck, and you have to play against this other deck that's like, and they're based on characters in the anime or manga. They have that stuff.
Okay.
But those are like. And they give you experience too, but it's not really like about that. The whole library is at your disposal, and they also make deck building really easy. You can basically, what's it called when you take something, you don't sell it, you break it down to like materials. You like exchange it for materials, and the materials can be used to buy cards depending on rarities. So if you want
recycle it type of thing,
kind of So dismantle, that's what it is. You can dismantle the cards so if it's an ultra rare, you dismantle it to like an ultra rare gem. You get enough ultra rare gems, you can build any ultra rare card you want. And the packs are fine too. Then there's a certain method where if you look and if they're in a special pack, like say I wanted to build a Blue Eyes.
Yeah.
But here's another thing you can do. You build one Blue Eyes, and if you look at its thing beforehand and find out, oh, it's secretly in this pack, because they have different packs in the game for like, this pack gives you mostly Beast of this archetype, or this pack gives you dragons that help support the Blue Eyes. And you build a Blue Eyes, it gives you a free pool for that pack, and then you might get it because it's more of a it closes down on one set of cards. Like there's ones that's like Cyber Revolution. It's mostly on the Cyber Dragons and the Cyber Darks. Yeah. So it's not that bad to build. There's really the only gotcha is like packs, but like you're not
if you play enough.
To be honest,
if
you're trying to go in there to collect all the cards, probably never gonna happen because they keep adding cards. They even have cards that are exclusively in the game. I think. Yeah. From like Duel Links.
I get so invested into it. Like,
it's just one of those things where it's like. It's not like Genshin where there's a story and they get new characters and you can collect them all. This one's just like it's good to just duel. I made 2 accounts, have not needed to pay any money, and I still have like money left over to buy a shit ton of stuff. I'm just like I found a deck and I'm playing around with other decks. And plus they give you a shit ton. You can just buy structured decks that give you everything you need. And you're like, cool, all I need to do is add 3 more cards and I'm done. So there's that.
How long is an average match? Or duel?
I could do one right now. It is
how long do you
nowadays, depending on what deck you have, it could be like depending if you go first or second.
Like 10 minutes or if that.
Bro, it's like 1 turn and you're fucking maybe like I think because
I understand like
there's like I used to have an OTK deck.
Yeah.
Just if you didn't interrupt me and I had the right cards, you're dead.
Oh, shit.
Another one is like even if it's first turn and I can't attack with monsters, I have a certain amount of cards and you set them stuff up. You're dead. As long as you don't interrupt me. There's other ones where one part is you have to pull the right cards, but then again most people build decks to make it so if I don't have this card, I at least have this card that searches for this card that gives me this card. That
gives you the card that you need.
Or there's other decks that are like, oh, I'm just gonna get the best situation for myself, and then you go and.
Yeah. I've always played because I never bought a lot of cards back in the day, but like how I always structured my deck was I always had like 2 or 3 strategies in each deck. So if I don't get this, I also have the other 2. What I mean somewhere.
Yeah, that's fine, but
I think that's how this is now. It's like
this one is more like just one plan.
Yeah,
you want to stick to like one plan because if you have a deck with like 3 different plans, you're like, cool, I have 2 cards from this plan, 1 card from this plan, so it kind of fucks it up.
Yeah.
A lot of it's like it's just a strictly one type of deck.
Because the way that sounds like it almost makes it seem like you want a smaller deck.
Yeah, no, most decks are like 40 cards now.
Yeah.
You can get bigger decks for like depending because there are decks that are like just deck out decks. Yeah. Their whole point is they put counters on certain things that gives them abilities to deck you out.
Yeah.
And if you have more cards than somebody, cool. But like I have a Thunder Dragon deck I've been running. The whole thing is every card's a Thunder Dragon archetype and all my cards are to it. And then I have other support cards that help me get things that support it. Like I get certain things to get this Link monster that lets me equip a card with something because there's some cards that you can equip to monsters and if they're equipped to a monster, they're acted as an equip card. They have another ability. So my same strategy is like 1 dragon type, and the side deck is a big thing now.
Yeah, see,
for synchro summon, link summon, fusion summons, they're way easier now. Back then it was like, oh, you fusion summon something? That's crazy.
Yeah,
now
that's where I'm from.
They're so easy.
Yeah.
And there's pendulum, which is fucking insane. You get 2 cards, you put them on the trap and magic field, and they depending on the lowest number and the highest number, you can summon any amount of monsters on the space you have available between those levels. So if you have one that says 2 and one that says 10, between level 2 and 10, you can just special summon them. And the pendulums, they have different effects if they're pendulum cards. It's wild. But that's why you do the solo ones, because they teach you each archetype.
Yeah.
But It's crazy, bro. And it sounds like they're doing some shit, whatever. But, dude, no. It's... Like, I stick with one strategy. My brother does, like, Cyber Dark. That shit's crazy. Yeah. And then they keep releasing, like, Darkwing Blast. They release some support sets for stuff that you can use as, like, engine cards. There's also engine cards that get you stuff. It's like, their only purpose is to start up your combo. So, yeah. Yu-Gi-Oh! Gets wild, but...
Yeah.
I think the longest duel I've had was 7 turns.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and it's only because, like, people are just going bing, 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 doing, like, 20 different combos, and they're like, all right, your turn, or I interrupted something, so they're like, fuck, now I gotta wait. So, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
I might start streaming that, because I've just been practicing, and I got to platinum, like, 3 times. Yeah. I'm like, okay.
That probably helped me learn some of the shit, too.
I just gotta do it. There's some stuff I want to do, and I'm like, I just gotta do it.
Yeah.
I haven't even finished High on Life. Because I was playing the Switch now. Not even the Pokemon game. I'm waiting until my brother gets it so we both start at the same time. But I've just been playing like Mario Party because I got back into it now. And I play online against people. And it's crazy, but whatever. But yeah, guys. Good stream.
That's just our podcast. The Cultured Podcast.
Oh my god. We got to think about maybe some guests or something. Somebody, like a homeboy or homegirl, whatever. I don't care. Talk about shit.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
The dogs.
Get the fuck out of
I'm pretty sure I could convince that girl to be on the podcast.
Through Discord, or did they just come over?
No, she doesn't live here. So, it may... I guarantee you she's down. It'll just be a matter of when and how. Because I don't think she's super...
And what we would have to talk about.
Yeah.
Like a third mic type thing.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Maybe get the boy Leroy on. I don't know.
Yeah.
Something. Someone cultured to follow, you know, the name.
We're not cultured? That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. We are cultured. We gotta keep it. They can't cramp us tight.
Someone cultured.
Oh, cultured. Whatever. This is over. Bye.
Bitch.